Insurances don't on. Look at this one. This one doesn't have insurance.
Oh no! Nothing.
Oh,
This one has got insurance. You can stand that one first. Thank you. Just put it there. Thank you.
This
Nice,
one.
nice.
Nothing.
No. There's insurance on that one. Stand. Nice. This is a good one. Oh, next. Nothing. Watch. Woo! Next. Next.
Hi everyone, from a very sunny South Africa. As you can see, we are in the jungle with lots and lots of sunlight. As you can see, the scenery is a bit different. Yes, I'm outside and I'm sitting on a little bench. 10 times too small for me. Any case, I thought I'll be outside a bit because it's nice and sunny and really hot. I got a request from a really good friend to talk about our medical aid we get in South Africa. So there will be 2 sections in this video. The first one I'll handle if you don't have medical aid, and the other part would be if you have medical aid. Let's start with a section of you don't have medical aid. What do you have to do? What does that entail? Well, if you don't have medical aid, you can't really go to a private hospital. You have to go to the state hospital. And sometimes that is not the best option. In state hospitals, there's sometimes a really big waiting line, and you have to wait in line to be able to see a doctor. Or if you have to be admitted, it sometimes takes a while. Now say you have to go to see a doctor. Well, you can go see a normal GP, and sometimes your pocket won't allow it. Then you have to go to the state hospital and see one of their doctors, which again, you have to wait in line. Now you've seen a doctor and you have to get medication. You can't really afford the good brand names if you don't have a medical aid. Then you have to go with the generic kind. And these generic kinds you can get at the state hospital itself. You just go to the pharmacy there and you have to pay whatever it costs. And yes, you gotta wait in line. Don't we all just love lines? And now you're lucky enough to have medical aid. And what does that entail? Well, you can go to a private hospital. Some medical aids have a limit. And if you have reached that limit, and unfortunately you're out of luck, you will have to pay all the medical costs. But the good thing is, you can go to a better doctor, and if you have to go to the pharmacy to get your medication, now you can get the better medication. But now, how does it work if you're diabetic and you don't have medical aid? Well, you go to the state hospital and they give you the good old days. They give you those old syringes with a short needles and the vials of insulin. Then it works like it used to. You have to draw up your own insulin and give you that nice long shot. And how does it work if you're diabetic and you've got medical aid? Well, and now you can afford the nice pen insulin with the smaller needles. I think it was a good idea to come sit outside. There's a nice breeze and it's good. I'm not sure if everyone around the world has this, but in South Africa we've got a thing that's called the Diabetic Association. I'm a member of it, but how do you get in it? Well, unfortunately, you do need a medical aid to be part of it. But you have to go through a couple of tests and they have to approve you, which sometimes may take up to 3 months. But lucky enough for me, I got in really quick. I've got my ways. And I guess some of you are asking, what is this Diabetic Association? Well, they work in tandem with your medical aid. They pay a part, and your medical aid pays a part. And that's also a good step when your medical aid runs out. For me, I get my insulin and my test strips and everything I need to control my diabetes from the Diabetic Association. But there is a catch when you are on that program. Every 6 months, I have to get my checkups. And they set them up. And here's the catch. You have to go. Except if you've got a really good excuse. But if you don't, and you miss that appointments that they set up for you, unfortunately, then you're off the program. And then all your medical costs are on your medical aid again. And unfortunately, it kind of runs out really quick, real soon. Well, like I said, if you don't have a medical aid, all your medical costs are on you. And that can get really expensive. But if you have a medical aid, it's not always to say that you're set. Your medical aid can run out. And when that happens, then all the medical costs are on you. And you have to pay them. Okay, now you've got a medical aid. But how does it work? If I go see a doctor, is there a percentage I have to pay for it? Well, not always. If I go to a normal GP, my medical aid will pay them, and at times there would be a percentage I would have to pay in. But if you go to see a specialist, the medical aid will pay, say, 60%, and you have to pay the other 40%. And that 40% you have to pay up front. And that also goes for when I have to go test my eyes and my feet and everything that entails diabetes. Now some of you are asking, how much is the payment? Well, for my medical aid, I have to pay 5,000 Rand. And for the Diabetic Association, luckily for me so far, it's been really low and affordable. Well everyone, I'm getting quite hot outside. So, I want to say thank you to everyone that's watched my previous videos and that liked them and that shared them. And thank you so much for all the comments. I like all of them. I hope this video helped. If not, if there's still questions you want to ask away. I'll answer them or try to answer them well as I can. If anyone has a request for a video, ask away. And if you want to know anything else, ask away. And as you should know by now, my saying would be, from me, myself, and I. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. And if you were wondering, that was my little chair. Not very comfortable. And now for a short summary on having a medical aid and not having a medical aid.